Hi, good evening and I welcome everyone. Let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. Good evening and welcome everyone. Let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. You all can respond in the chat box. Let me know if my voice is clear to you and my screen is also visible. Please respond in the chat box. Thank you for your confirmation, Maisari. Thank you very much. Let's proceed on time. Uh, we HR India Solutions are 12-year-old HR consulting firm, primarily into recruitment solutions. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We are also into contract staffing and payroll, and we also provide campus placement and HR practical training. This is all about us. These kind of services we are providing. These are few clients for whom we are working, right from recruitment to payroll, contract staffing, and to some organizations we also provide HR practical training. This is all about us. Let me share you what exactly we are offering in online HR Generalist Practical Training program. There are four important modules. The very first module, which is there in HR Generalist Practical Training program, is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we include and cover almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act, and we understand PF and ESIC are applicable to which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepared, and finally how these payments are paid to government organization by logging into government website. The other labor law which we cover under this module are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get maternity benefit, and as a HR, what all benefit you should extend to the concerned employee. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible for these benefits, how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second model which we have under this program is of compensation and benefit, which is all about how the CTC annexes are designed, how the entire compensation packages are designed. We also understand what is CTC, what is gross, what is net salary. We learn how the payroll is managed. We see that how payroll can be managed in a software and how payroll can be done in an Excel sheet. The other important thing which we learn under this module are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime, leaves and holidays. And finally, we see that how employees' full and final settlements are done at the time of going. The third module which we have under this online HR Generalist Practical Training program is of recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. And we understand things like what is job description, what is job specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporates are adopting. We train people on Naukri.com, and we one become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various JD and job description. We also train people on what is the best way of doing mass mailing and job posting. We also see that how various ATS and RMS plays an important role in today's recruitment. It is not HR manager who go through each and every application which they receive. Nowadays, the resumes are getting shortlisted and is screened by various technology which is called as applicant tracking system. You all can keep your videos off, and we see how the various ATS screen each and every application. There is a dedicated session on CV writing and interview skills as well. The third and last module which we have under this module program is of HR analytics, which has become very important in the recent past. And we understand what exactly is HR analytics, why it is so important, what are the various types of HR analytics which can be done, what are the various tools and techniques which are used in HR analytics, how the HR dashboard can be created, and we also understand what are the various HR matrices which are seen to find out how the HR department is functioning. This is all about the course and module which we are offering. Before we proceed, just wanted to have an idea on what kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request you all to respond to the poll. How much experience do you have in HR? The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll. How much experience do you have in HR? Once we receive close to 80% of the total response, I would be ending the poll. I would also be sharing the result. Let me end the poll and share with the result. Majority of the population today are freshers, and then we have few people who has got 1 to 3 years experience as well. This is the pool result. Thank you everyone. Thanks for your participation. Let's proceed. In today's demo session, we would be trying to understand what exactly is compensation and benefit, which is one of the most important function of HR. Compensation and benefit is no doubt one of the most important function of HR. Why it is important? Because CNB as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, it is compensation and benefit function of HR which decides that how much salary should be paid to any person or any position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to breakup or designing of the entire compensation package. You will see that in many company, 80% is fixed, 20% is variable. In many company, 15% is variable and 95% is fixed. There are many companies who pay HRA, there are many companies who pay other components. How the entire compensation package is designed, how much should be fixed, how much should be variable is something which this function of HR finally decides. Compensation and benefit function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. There are many companies where salaries are paid on first, many companies pay salary on third, and many companies pay salary on seventh. In many companies, you will see that incentive or performance bonus is paid on monthly basis. In many companies, incentives are paid on quarterly basis, and there are good number of companies where incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these salaries should be paid, when all these incentives should be paid is something which is decided by compensation and benefit function of HR. And finally, compensation and benefit function of HR is responsible for managing entire compensation and whatever benefit which they are providing to their entire workforce. No doubt this function is one of the most important function of HR. But this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor law for Provident Fund, we have labor law for ESIC Act, and we also have labor law for gratuity, maternity, and bonus act. Since we have labor law for these area, things are very clear. We know that what all should be done and what all should be avoided. But when it comes to compensation and benefit package designing, there is no law in HR which speaks that how any compensation package should be designed or how CTC annexes should be designed, and in other words, how salary breakup should be formed. There are few labor law in India which are talking about payment. Let's have a look on those. We have a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And there is a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's try to understand what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act says that to certain category of worker or manpower, this should be the minimum wages which should be paid. You cannot pay lesser than minimum wages what government has decided. The Payment of Wages Act says that payment should be done timely and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary or wages. But this labor law, neither the Minimum Wages Act, both the labor laws do not cover each and every employee in India. They only cover limited number of employees. The Payment of Wages Act cover only those employees whose salaries are 24,000 per month or less. The Payment of Bonus Act says that every company should pay bonus or share their profit. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act says that payment should be similar for all the gender for the same kind of work. On the basis of gender, you cannot have any discrimination as far as salary or wages is concerned. The new labor law, which went on hold, which was supposed to come in 2020, then 22 as well, but things are on hold. Whenever that new labor law would be coming, all these four labor laws are would be getting combined into one, and that would be known as Code on Wages 2019. Before, in today's demonstration, we would be understanding what exactly is compensation and what are benefits. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed. What are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing any compensation package. We would also be understanding few real offer letters which has been issued by our client to our candidate, and we would try to understand how different company makes different kind of breakup or an Excel. And finally, we would be making one CTC and Excel in an Excel sheet for better understanding. Before we proceed, just wanted to have your opinion on the topic. Kindly let us know. There would be a poll which would be appearing. Kindly let us know the net enhanced salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different company would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know whether the enhanced salary of all these employees who are working in 10 different company but getting same CTC, their take home salary would be same or not. Net take home salary of all the employees who are getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different company would be same or not. Okay, very limited people has responded, but let me end the poll and share you the result. All those who have responded are of the opinion that the take home salary would not be same even if they are working at same CTC, but they're working in different company. The correct answer is yes. The take home salary of all those employees who are getting same CTC but are working in different company, their take home would never be same. Why it would never be same? Because CTC and Excel designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Because there is no labor law which is saying that every company has to decide or design CTC and Excel in this particular way. In the coming slide also, we would try to understand why it would differ. Now let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefit. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever cash which you get every month is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what is benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the cash salary, money, or compensation which we get every month, you also get good number of benefit and facilities for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities and benefit. If I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities or perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few benefit for better understanding. Compensation, which is the monetary part of package for which you get money in your hand. Things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal, housing, medical allowances, which are paid in the form of money, comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, overtime payment, bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, all these things are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Benefit, which is a non-financial forms of compensation for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but your company spent good amount of money. Things like holidays and leave, welfare facilities and cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical benefit is something which is provided by almost all the companies in India. Your life would be covered under insurance. You would be given mediclaim insurance for which if you fall sick or you get hospitalized, your entire expenses can be taken care of, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but this is a good facility which companies are providing. Retirement benefit, after retirement, you start getting many things. Wellness. During COVID time or during COVID period, many company has gone for providing mental wellness and health wellness. What they did, they hired doctors and psychiatrists. These doctors and psychiatrists were available for all the employees for all kind of counseling or mental peace advisors, sort of health trainer or health advisors. These people, gym trainers or financial advisor, these people were available for all the employees for all kind of advices, for which employees were not getting any kind of money in their hand, but it was a good benefit. Few more example of benefit can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many company who gives membership for gym and fitness club, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but this is a good benefit. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. Yes, there are many company who sponsor you to go for higher education. Your entire course or education is sponsored by the company, but you do not get any kind of money, whereas this is a good benefit. Child care, paid leave, and many more. Very similar to compensation designing, there is no labor law which says that Every company has to give these many benefits. This is why you will see that bigger companies are giving more number of benefit, whereas smaller companies gives lesser number of benefit. Benefit also differ from company to company because there is no law which is saying that every company has to provide these number of benefits. Now let's try to understand how compensation and benefits are decided. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person, how they decide that what salary should be paid to that person. The term compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the word wages is used for all those payments which are paid to workers. In other words, worker or laborer gets wages and management people get salary. Let's try to see what are the important factors which play an important role in deciding what should be the salary or what should be the wages. Wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by every state government in India, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for Maharashtra state, and you cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages of Maharashtra in Maharashtra. Similarly, Haryana government has also decided minimum wages for Haryana workers. In Haryana, you cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages which government has decided. So the wages which are paid to workers are normally decided by every state government, and every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state workers. Let's try to understand what are the other factor which plays an important role. Cost of living in location. Yes, on the basis of cost of living or location, whether it is a metro city or a remote area, you will see that salary would be different. Entire country has been divided into three categories: city A, location B, and location C. Government decides different minimum wages for A category of cities, and government has decided different minimum wages or different salary for B city and C city. So even government decides a different minimum wages on the basis of cost of living or location. Education and experience, no doubt we know that when it comes to management category of employees, education and experience plays an important role. If the person is highly educated and more number of experience, the person will be getting higher salary. Whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they also mention on the basis of education. They mention like this: for graduate, this would be the minimum wages. For postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages, and for matriculate, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding wages for worker on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries or ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like manufacturing, to some extent, textile industries, tea gardens, beadi making company, or small scale industries. These industries are not doing that great in comparison to industries like telecom sector, insurance sector, medical and healthcare, airlines. These companies or industries are doing great. You will see that anyone anyone joining a tea garden and any person who is joining a IT industry, the salary would be different. When government decide the minimum wages, they have also decided different minimum wages for different industries. For agriculture sector, there is a different minimum wages. For mining industry, there is a different minimum wages decided by the government. And for manufacturing sector, government has decided a minimum is a different minimum wages. So on the basis of industries, even government is deciding different minimum wages. Supply and demand, which is very obvious one. What is the supply and what is the demand of any particular kind of manpower, or what is the supply and what is the demand of any particular kind of skill set in the market plays an important role. The demand of data scientists are huge, but supply is not that great. This is why their salaries are high. If you come to HR professionals, the supply and demand are almost at same level. So supply and demand of any particular kind of manpower or any particular kind of skill set will plays an important role. Job evaluation, which is job analysis, job description, and job specification, which is one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid to any person or any position. Whenever government decide minimum wages, they invite the important labor unions of the state, which plays an important role. So we have discussed about minimum wages, which is decided by every state government. Now let me take you to scenario or a question. The minimum wages in the state of Bihar. for unskilled worker is 9,698, which means in case you are planning to hire unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, this is the minimum which you need to pay. You cannot pay lesser than this in the state of Bihar. That would be illegal. If you want to hire same category of worker in Delhi, the minimum wages is 17,234. In Delhi, you cannot pay lesser than 17,234 to a unskilled worker. Now, the question which I want to bring in front of you is this. If the same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, this person is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you feel that upon transfer from Bihar to Delhi, this person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi or not? I do not have any poll on this. You all can respond in the chat box. Will this person who is getting transferred from Bihar to Delhi would be getting higher minimum wages? Yes or no? Kindly respond in the chat box. Okay, one has responded yes. Other people, yes, yes. Okay, fine. Let's do not wait for more responses. The correct answer is yes. This person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi. He is not required to do anything extra. Neither any extra skill set is required. Now kindly let me know why this person would be getting higher minimum wages. Company is not asking to do anything extra. Why this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi? The obvious reason is this: the minimum wages of Delhi is this much, and we cannot pay lesser than this in Delhi to this worker. So yes, the correct answer is yes, this person will be getting higher minimum wages. The logic is location, cost of living, and minimum wages of Delhi, which has been decided by the government. So let me take you to another scenario. You all has responded that yes, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi once he get transferred from Bihar. Now, from Delhi, we are again transferring him back to Bihar, where the minimum wages is less. Can the salary be reduced? I am not asking for answer. Try to find out the correct answer. So we have increased the salary, saying that minimum wages of Delhi is high. This is why he would be getting higher salary. Now we are transferring him to a state where the minimum wages is less. Can the salary be reduced? Yes or no? Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all this nitty-gritty of labor law. Let's proceed for the time being. So there is a poll again which is coming. Before that, let me tell you, there is no right or wrong answer to this poll. We conduct this survey just to have masses feeling. The poll is like this: which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? The poll is live, everyone. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. Kindly let us know which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview. Is it communication skill, practical skills and knowledge, or degrees and certification? Okay, let me end the poll and share the result. Majority of the population has voted for practical skills and knowledge, and second majority has voted for communication skill. It is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification. So as I said, there is no right or wrong answer. We just wanted to have masses feeling, and we will normally conduct a survey. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Thank you for your active participation. Let's proceed for the time being. So now this is one of the most important section of this demo session. Once you have decided that this much CTC or this much salary would be paid to any person or any position, how you would be designing the entire package. So the entire process or steps of designing compensation and benefit package can be categorized into 5 major steps. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation package would be complete. The very first step or the most important step is to decide the fixed pay or base pay for the person. What exactly is this? Under this step, you decide what should be the basic salary for the person and what should be the dearness allowance if it is applicable. Dearness allowance or DA is something which is normally found with government organizations. In private companies, you will hardly find DA. But if DA is there in your company, you need to decide that also. Otherwise, as a very first step or the most important step, you decide that what should be the basic salary of the person. Once you are done with this step, second step is to decide the allowances which your company is providing. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special telephone, internet, and other. Allowances are purely a choice of company. Whatever allowances which company wants to go, company can go for that. So after deciding the basic salary, you need to divide the rest of money into allowances which your company is paying. Allowances can be anything. Once you are done with these two steps, third step is to calculate the cost of retirers and statutory contribution. This is not something which you decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you simply calculate what would be the cost of the company, how much company would be contributing to government for the employees. The various contributions which are paid by company to government every month is provident fund, in provident fund or provident fund department or government. Companies pays every month. Companies also contribute to employee state insurance. Labor welfare fund is something which is applicable in limited number of states. Wherever it is applicable, every month or every quarter, company pay to government. And gratuity and bonus are also legal and statutory contribution. So in the third step, you calculate what would be the PF contribution, what would be the ESIC contribution, what would be the labor welfare contribution to government, and how much money would be saved for gratuity and how much money would be kept aside for bonus. This is calculating cost of the company. Once you are done with these three steps, the fourth step is perks and benefit. If your company is providing any benefit to the employee, you can add the cost of that benefit. Benefit can be in the name of medical insurance. If your company is providing medical insurance, you can add the cost of that in your CTC breakup or CTC annexure. Benefit can be life insurance, club membership, vision, or higher education. Whatever benefit which your company is providing, you can add the cost of that. Fifth and last step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to uh, attain any kind of target or achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of incentive or bonus, you can add the cost of that as well. The various name which has been given to incentive is performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many company call it as performance bonus. In many company, bonus is paid on company's performance, and in many company it is paid on long service award. So these are the five important steps. If you follow this, your entire process of designing compensation package would be complete. So whatever we have seen, let's try to go to Excel sheet and follow these rules. Let me know if my Excel sheet is visible. You all can respond in the chat box. Is my Excel sheet visible to everyone? Hi, kindly respond in the chat box if my Excel sheet is visible. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, whatever steps which we have seen, we would be following that. Let's try to decide a annual CTC. Let's take a smaller figure. I have taken a annual CTC of 3 lakhs for this person. If 3 lakh is the annual CTC, the monthly CTC would be 25,000 per month. Now we would be designing the breakup of 25,000 per month CTC. We are talking about CTC. We have seen the very first step was to decide the base pay. Under base pay, what we do, we decide the basic salary for the person. How much should be the basic salary? Basic salary should be kept as what? Anyone who can respond from the audience? What should be the basic salary? Okay. So normally you will see that basic salary is kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. This is what 90% of the population or HR professionals are doing. Basic is normally kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. And I also said that there is no labor law. So there is no law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. This is something which is there in practice. 90% of the HR professionals are doing this. If you want to keep 60% or 70% or 80%, no one can stop you. You are free to keep 60%, 70%, and 80% also. But yes, There is very strong logic why everybody is going for 40 to 50% that I would be explaining. So let's follow the same rule which is there in the market. Let's keep 50% of CTC as basic salary and we are done. We have decided basic salary for this person, which is 50% of CTC. You can decide other figure also, 60, 70, 80, 90 as well. I also spoke about DA. DA is something which is optional in nature. You will not find DA in private organizations. So we are ignoring this. And we are done with the first step. We have decided basic salary for this person. Second was allowances. So what all allowances we should have? Let me pick one or two allowances which are very common in nature. You will see that 90% of the companies are going for those allowances. And if you can advise me any allowance, any allowances, I would be taking that as well. There is one allowance which is very common in nature, that is HRA. HRA stands for house rent allowance. You will see that 90% of the companies are going for providing HRA. And HRA should be how much? You will see that HRA is normally kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because income tax rule says that if you keep HRA as 40 or 50% of basic salary, that amount would be tax free. This is the only reason why every company goes for HRA. 40% should be kept for all those employees who are staying in non-metro city. And if your employee is staying in a metro city, you should keep 50% of basic as HRA. Let's assume that this gentleman is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro city, we should keep 40% of basic as HRA. We have decided HRA which is 5,000 and this 5,000 would be tax free from income tax point of view. This is why most of the companies goes for HRA. Let me take another allowance, telephone allowance. What should be the amount? Can we keep 11,000 in telephone? No, this is not logical. In the days of Geo, where we are spending very minimum, we need to keep an amount which seems logical to come under this. Let's keep 1,200. Yes, this is something which can be kept in the name of telephone and internet allowance sort of. Let me take one more allowance which you will see is very much common in almost all the companies, which is special allowance. Trust me, there is nothing special with this special allowance, but 90% of the companies are going for providing or having a special allowance in the breakup. A special allowance is something which is normally used as adjusting or balancing amount. What HR professionals are doing, they are selecting a special allowance, but they are not mentioning any amount. They would be leaving this column blank and they would try to enter that value or that amount which would be coming as difference to match the monthly CTC of 25,000. So let's follow that the same rule. We have opted for a special allowance, but we are not deciding any amount. Let's try to find out where exactly we have reached. We have reached to a monthly salary of 18,700 and we are yet to decide a special allowance. Let's proceed and we are done with first two steps. Third step was statutory. Oh, okay. So PF by company, companies pay to PF department, ESIC by company, company also contribute to ESIC department. What would be the PF contribution? How much PF contribution is paid by companies? Many of you must be thinking as 12%. It is not 12%. Companies pay 12 plus 1, which is 13 every month. Companies pays 13% to PF department for every employee. Let's calculate 13% of this. This means 2,431 would be paid by company to PF department for this employee. ESIC contribution is how much? It is 3.25% by company. Company would pay this much every month to ESIC department. So company would be paying 608 as ESIC and in PF they would be paying 2,431. These are costs to the company. If you want to add labor welfare fund, if it is applicable in your state, you can add that. If you want to gratuity, you can add that. If you want to add bonus, you can add that. This person's CTC is not that great. So we are not adding these. But if you want, you can add this also. 50% of the companies add gratuity and bonus. 50% of the companies in India do not add that. Both the process, both the options or steps are correct. So we are ignoring this labor welfare fund, gratuity and bonus. Otherwise, you can add this. And we are done with 3 steps. Fourth step was benefit. And I said that if your company is providing any benefit to the employee, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is providing the benefit of medical insurance and your company is spending 200 rupees per person per month. This is the cost which normally comes. If your company is providing any other benefit, you can add the cost of that also. And we are done with four steps. The fifth and last step is bonus or incentive or PLI, whatever you want to call it. Let's keep PLI. If this person achieves target, he would be getting paid 700 rupees. So you have added 700 also. We are done with all the 5 steps. Let's see where exactly we have reached. CTC can be calculated by adding monthly salary with company's contribution, whatever company is spending. Let me do that. So these are the company's expenses or cost with monthly salary. We have reached to a CTC of 22,639. So what is the difference? 22, 25,000 minus 22. There is a difference of 2361. Now this cell has become active, which we left intentionally blank. Now what this HR professional would try to do? This gentleman would try to enter 2361 in special allowance to reach the desired CTC of 25,000. Let's follow the same rule. Let's try to do that. Let me add 2361 to reach a desired figure of 25,000 per month CTC. Let's see whether we are reaching to that figure or not. No, we have not reached. There is an excess of 383. Now, what this HR professional would try to do? This gentleman would try to subtract 3383. Let's see whether now we are reaching to 25,000 or not. No, there is a shortage of 62. Let's add 62. Again, there is a difference of 10. Let's subtract 10. Again, there is a difference of 1. Let's add 1. Now we have reached to the desired figure of 25,000, which we were looking for. If you want to calculate the take home salary can be calculated like this. Employee would also be contributing to PF, and employee would also be contributing to ESIC. Employee contribute 12% of their salary. So 12% we have calculated. 2488 is something which would be contributed by employee to PF department. And in ESIC, employee contribute 0.75%. Let's calculate that. So these contribution would be contributed by employee to government department. What would be take home salary? Take home salary can be calculated by monthly salary minus whatever contribution employee is making. 18,088. Let's have a look. Take home salary, this much would be coming in the hand of employee, 18,088. This is his monthly salary, 2731. And this is the cost, 25,000. 25,000 is CTC, monthly salary is 20731, and take home salary is 18,088. This is how the entire CTC breakup is designed. But we have done good number of manual activity. Let me move to my another sheet, which is automated CTC calculator, which is made on advanced Excel. So this is a sheet in which you can calculate any CTC and it would be calculated automatically. It is called as automated CTC calculator. So how it can be done? There is an option by the name of data. Go into data menu. Under data, you will have a menu by the name of what if analysis. Select that. What if analysis would be giving you 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 questions. Select the cell means set the cell means select the cell in which you're looking for value. I have selected this cell, cost to the company. Second question which Excel is asking is to value, which means what is the value which we are looking for? We are looking for 25,000. I mentioned that. Third and last question which Excel is asking me is by changing cell, by changing which cell? Excel is asking me to allot a cell which would be used for calculation purpose. Let me select this. I answered all the questions to Excel. I have selected the cell in which I am looking for value. I have mentioned the value which I am looking for, and I allotted a cell for calculation purpose. Once I click OK, you will see that the entire breakup of 25,000 CTC would be calculated automatically. Let's give a closer look. Let me click OK. It is done. We have not done any manual activity, and the entire breakup of 25,000 is in front of us. Let me give you another example. Let me show you again by giving another figure. Under data, what if analysis is there? What if analysis has got three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek could be asking you three things. Select the cell. Let's select this cell in which we are looking for value. Second question is to value. What is the value which you're looking for? Let's have some odd figure 76893, which is one more 7,68,938. This can be a CTC figure. And let's answer the third question, which is by changing which cell I am allotting this cell. So we are trying to find out the CTC breakup of 7,68,938 automatically. Let's see whether this Excel sheet would be calculating that automatically or not. Let me click OK. We are looking for 768,938. It is done. It has not taken a second also. 7,68,938 and the entire breakup is in front of us. So this is how we teach in the actual classes how this automated CTC calculator can be made. In the very beginning of my demo class, I asked a question where take-home salary of all the persons who are working in different company, but if their CTC is same, will they be getting same take-home salary? This is the answer. There are three company A, company B, and company C. All these three companies are giving same CTC, 7 lakh, 7 lakh, and 7 lakh. But in this company, the take-home salary is 49,313. In this company, the take-home is 4495. In this company, the take-home is 38,991. With the same CTC, the take-home is different. Why it is different? Because this designing is different. This company has not included the cost of gratuity, mediclaim, and GPA. This company is paying 34 as PF. This company is paying 56, 55 as PF. This is paying GPA is 201. This is paying personal accident group policy is 300. So this entire designing of compensation package is different. Every company design package or cities and in their own convenient way due to absence of law. There is no law which is saying that it has to be designed in this particular way. So by looking at CTC only, it is very difficult to say that how much salary would come in hand without having a look in the CTC breakup. So if you get any offer from any company, always ask for this CTC breakup. Then only you can correctly calculate what would be coming in your hand. This is what I wanted to show from my Excel sheet. Let me move to my PPT. I hope things are clear now. We have followed all these 5 steps and we have made a CTC package, compensation and benefit package. We have mobile app as well. We have a dedicated WhatsApp group also. Once you download mobile app, there are good number of free tutorials also which you can watch. Now there is a question again, poll again in fact. Kindly let us know, can the monthly basic salary we have seen, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary is the monthly salary. Can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you two examples. There is a company who gives offer letter like this. They are mentioning basic salary as 45,000, HRA is 0, conveyance is 0, and the monthly gross salary is also same as basic salary. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. They are only paying basic salary. So what we want to understand is, can monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally okay or not? Let me launch the poll. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly let us know if both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct or not. Kindly respond to the poll, everyone. Let me end the poll and share you the result. This is the result. Majority 60% has voted for no 40% voted for S. Majority says that no, these two components cannot be same, and both the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are not correct. The correct answer is yes. Monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. There is nothing wrong. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. You can have this. Giving allowances are purely a choice of company. If you want to pay allowances, you can do that. If you do not want to pay any allowances, you are free to do that also. Both the structure are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. Okay, these are few sample offer letters. Let me run you quickly. This is one offer letter in which company is saying that net enhanced salary would be 1,07,034 rupees. At the bottom blue box, company is also mentioning that there would be a deduction on account of medical insurance. Means company is providing the benefit of medical insurance, but the subscription amount is getting deducted from employee salary. This is one way. So his net take home salary will further go down. You will see that in red box, company is mentioning that you will also be eligible for max performance linked bonus of 2,66,000, which is not mentioned above. So all these variable pay, incentive pay, performance bonus are over and above the CTC annexure. Variable pay is not a part of CTC in this company. You will see that PF contribution is only 1,800, but the basic salary is 55,000 something. If you calculate 12 or 13% of 55,000, that would be huge amount. But company is only contributing 1,800, which means this company is saying that we will pay up to 15,000 and not below that, which is legally okay. In PF, you can do that. Bonus, which is a statutory benefit, which is normally paid annually. In this company, bonus is something which is paid monthly basis. Bonus is a part of monthly salary and not a part of annual CTC. And gratuity, you will see that nowhere gratuity is mentioned in this company. Gratuity is not a part of CTC. This is one way of designing offer letter. Let me take you another. This is another offer letter which is of a US MNC in India. There is one component by the name of leave travel allowance, for which company is asking employee whether you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert it to monthly special allowance. Means employee is getting a choice to decide how they want to take the salary. This kind of compensation package is called as combined model of compensation package, in which employee gets certain kind of freedom to decide how they want to take the salary. PF is something which is 4,434 and basic is 36. Basic is lesser than the previous offer letter, but PF is more than the previous offer letter. So in this company, PF contribution is not limited on 15,000. Company is paying PF on total salary, total basic salary. You will see that yellow colored gratuity is also appearing. Gratuity is also getting added in this CTC and Excel. So gratuity is a part of CTC. This is another way of designing. Let's have a look on third and last. This offer letter or CTC and Excel is a offer letter of Tata Group of company, which is very employee friendly or very ethical. So company is offering 10 lakh to the person. Out of 10 lakh, company has decided base salary at 3 lakh 50,000 and rest 5 lakh 8,000 is put under flexi compensation package, which means now employee would be deciding how they want to take 5 lakh 8,000, under what all component or under what all allowances, whether they want to take HRA, whether they want to take telephone, whether they want to convene. These would be decided by the employee, and how much they want to take would also be decided by them. This kind of compensation package is called as flexible compensation package, which is adopted by most of the big and good companies, in which salary structure is something which is decided and designed by the employee themselves. PF is 42,000, which is getting deducted on total salary or total basic salary. You will see that 1 lakh is something which is variable component or PLI, which is getting included in the CTC package. So 10 lakh include this CTC. In the first company, it was out of that. In the second company, it was nowhere mentioned. In the third company, it is coming under the 10 lakh package. And in the red box, company is mentioning all these benefits: mediclaim, accidental, group personal accident, and gratuity event. This company is giving all these benefits but has not added the cost of this. In one offer letter, we have seen that gratuity was added. In another company, we have seen that medical insurance was getting deducted. But this company is not doing anything. They are providing medical, they are providing gratuity, but they have not added the cost of this. This is how Tata Group of Company works. So if you want to pay 50,000 to any person per month, 50,000 can be paid in this way, which is legally correct. There is nothing wrong. 50,000 can also be paid in this way. This is also legally correct. 50,000 can be paid in this way also. This is also legally correct. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month to anyone, you can pay that in this way also. This is also legally correct. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are not legally correct. In our actual classes, we understand why these are not legally correct and what can be more options of paying 50,000 per month. This is what I wanted to share for my from my today demo session. There are a few more slides. Give me 2-3 more minutes. Then I would be opening the session for question and answer round. So before you go, just wanted to give you some homework. Try to find out, can an employee apply for sick leave in advance or not? Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit? Is it mandatory to pay bonus by loss making company? Company says that government or law say that every company has to pay profit, to share the profit. What about those companies who are loss making? All those daycare or crèche facility which companies are providing, only females are allowed, or men can also carry their children in the daycare? Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? These are few homeworks. Try to find out. In our actual classes, we discuss all this tricky questions. So we have seen what is compensation and benefit. We have seen this also. We have understood offer letter as well, and we have made one compensation structure in Excel sheet also. So COVID impact is still, layoff has started. Accenture is firing 19,000. Meta is firing 10,000. So this layoff would continue. The time which is about to come would be slightly difficult. Companies do not want to spend money on training. You will see that every company has become very choosy. The talent in the market has increased like anything. Supply of talent has increased, but the demand has not increased. Multiple jobs are getting combined as one. If you are good at one function like recruitment, you need to become good at other function of HR also. By remaining good at only one function, you cannot go far. Survival of the fittest. We need to be multi-skilled and keep us updated. Keep updating yourself. Preference would be given to all those persons who are multi-skilled and trained. Nobody is ready to train. Nobody is ready to take a person who can do only one or two tasks. And through the survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are very important. Let me share you. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is very apt also. Let me share you the course detail. These are 4 modules which we are covering in the entire online HR Generalist Practical Training. Classes would be live and interactive. The way we are conducting now, you all can unmute yourself and ask questions. You can have the course at 399 plus tax, the entire course. These are my contact number, which I would be sharing. So how this is some more detail about the course. Live and interactive classes on Saturday and Sunday from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Course can be purchased any moment from the HR India mobile app, and immediate access would be given to you. You can access already all study materials and you do video tutorials on mobile app, and you also attend the live classes. This mobile app can be accessed on laptop also, and you can watch all these videos and study material on laptop as well. Study material and practice tests on a regular basis, and certificate after the completion. So learning would be happening through live classes, laptop by logging into that, and through mobile app as well. The next batch or the first class is starting from 22nd April. From 22nd April, this coming Saturday, we are starting a new batch, fresh batch, and the classes would be starting from class 1. We would be starting from module 1. These are the certificate which we provide. These people has posted on LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn screenshot, and they are these are few good words from the Israel. People are mentioning under licensure and certificate in LinkedIn. We conducted this seminar with in this MBA college as well for HR students. We had conducted webinar with Aligarh Muslim University in this MBA institute also. So let me open the session for you. Please feel free to ask me anything from the course which you want to understand, or anything from the demo class which we have